cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance.
Good morning and welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Angelina. So, wow. Well, things I guess happen for a reason, but I pull out my Crow Tarot. And as I'm shuffling through, I just realized that the Lover's card from another deck is in there. Wonder what that means. It means something, doesn't it? Jess, good morning. It means that Jess showed up because she's so wonderful. She spreads all that love around the world and all that good stuff. That's what it means. So, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection. Chance to take a breath. Oh, man. I need these habits. This is like the one habit that I have. That's a good habit every day. Do I get up and exercise? No. Do I eat right? Oh, I think that hot fudge sundae I had last night was amazing. So I guess that counts as eating right. But at least I'm exercising my soul. Is that what it is? Chance to listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. And then flipping that light switch that says, all right, let's go into that other mode to check in with the universe, making sure feet are flat on the floor and butt's doing the kitty dance and shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed. I'm going to be in Hagerstown tonight, so I'm going to be doing some live readings tonight at Laloon Metaphysical, so get myself geared up for that. So, and what are we doing? We're checking in with the universe and making sure everything is copacetic. So, it's funny. I always talk about going with your instincts and stuff. And this morning, I'm sitting there and I'm going through my decks, going through my bag, and it's like, I don't feel like using the Crow Tarot. And all of a sudden, I had this conversation in my mind that said, I guess you should be using the Crow Tarot. It's like, all right, I'll do that. Crows are messengers. There's that light switch. And I talk about a light switch where for me it's listening to the cards, like the sounds of the ocean, but a light switch for somebody could be like just lighting a candle or ringing a bell, but something like Pavlov's dog theory, where we just know that when we hear that or we see that, it's time to just kind of shift the alpha waves and get ready for maybe receiving some messages or being able to see things more clearly. So, what do we have here? We have our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. Each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path because this stack will lead us down one path. This stack is a totally different conversation. And this stack is another conversation that will lead us down a different path. And today, let's take the center stack, what I like to think of as the heart of the situation, or right at the center. Going for our 3 and 1. And turning each card over one at a time, like we're reading the pages of a book, while partaking of my coffee. And so, where are we starting today? We are starting right with the 9 of Coins. So again, crows are messengers and 9s. So I talk about the numerology, 1 to 10. And I like to look at that as a race. You know, 1, we start out with a new idea. 5 is like in between 10. So 5 is a challenge, always a challenge, and we go over that hill. But the end of the race is not 10. The end is 9. That's the finish line. 10 is what we do with our winnings. And so coins are home, health, finances, and all those things that keep us grounded. But this morning, it's reversed. So it's all that hard work and all that effort we put in. And sometimes it's just not reaching the ends that we want. We're not quite where we are, or things are just kind of frustrating. You know, we get to a certain point, but it's like just kind of like a discontent sometimes. And we know that it's not bad, but it's just that feeling for all that work we put in. So let's see what the next card is. The Fool. So, what is the Fool? The Fool is when we may not be that observant. The Fool is when we are possibly ignoring things around us, not seeing things for the way they are, being kind of happy-go-lucky, carefree, or just choosing to be oblivious sometimes. And again, the Fool is one of those cards where it could be a good thing because sometimes that's what we need. Where we can just say, you know what, I am just going to not care right now and just go along. But sometimes when we're dealing with our home, health, finances, things that are the coins, and we play the Fool, you know, I was kind of joking about the fact that, about the ice cream. But, you know, I am not really doing a very good diet lately. Why? Because I'm the Fool. If there's something like bills that we're not paying attention to, or things that we turn a blind eye to, then that's times where we're being the Fool. But let's see what the Fool's looking at. The Emperor. And he's staring. Look at this Emperor. Look at the stare. Look at that stare at the Fool. We know who's in charge here. So that is our time of reality. That's about coming back to the reality. Because what is the Emperor? Okay? The Emperor knows our finances. The Emperor knows what's going on in the kingdom. The Emperor is the one who's supposed to take care of home, health, finances, family, and things like that. Not letting emotions get in the way, because the Emperor is the one that needs to take charge, needs to make sure that everybody's fed, everybody's healthy, because when the people of the kingdom are healthy, the kingdom is healthy, right? So right here we can kind of see where we can move along for so long. In my case, knowing that I need to start exercising. And ever since I went on cholesterol medicine, my weight is starting to go up. I mean, it's just something that needs to be admitted to myself, right? So I'm watching that. And the Emperor is just watching me and waiting. The Emperor is saying, you know what? How long are you going to keep doing that before you're going to let me take charge? And what about finances and stuff like that? You know, I've started bumping up the amount that goes in my retirement. Not that I'm anywhere close to a retirement age, but the Emperor is looking at me and saying, how long are you going to pretend that you can just spend all your money, Jamie? See what I mean about, here we are. We know what the situation is, and yet we ignore it. Yet we have that voice that's saying, how long are you going to let that go on before you let me take charge? Before that positive aspect comes in and says, all right, that's enough. But let's see what the advice card is. Look at that. What is the advice card? It is the happiest card in the deck. Look at all that sunshine. Look at the flowers, and look at how You know, that bird is just flying along, carrying along whatever kind of red little victor. Oh, I guess he's going to cover the horse with it. I'm not sure. But when we see the sun is all those things that we work towards. So right now, when we look at home, health, finances, and we do a checklist of, you know, I know that I need to stay on top of this and this and this, but I'm ignoring that and that and that. Eventually, once we go down that checklist and start doing things to maybe, and again, we can't make more money sometimes, you know, our paycheck is our paycheck, but what we do with it is something that can lead us towards the sun card. Or we could be the fool and turn a blind eye. So today, it's about finding that emperor in us that says, all right, you've ignored this long enough. We've all got those home, health, finances things that we've worked hard, but we're not, you know, it's not where we want to be. And so we can ignore it, but we don't realize that by letting the emperor in us take charge, that regardless of anything, there is the sun card. Regardless of anything, there is something to enjoy about where we are today. We just need to find acceptance, turn away from the fool card, and reach for the emperor in us, because the emperor wants the kingdom to be healthy and happy. So, and with that, I hope everybody today has that amazing, amazing day. I'm going to be at Laloon tonight in Hagerstown, so that'll be fun. I will be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. How exciting is that? We are making our plans for next month to go to Salem again to take our daughter back up to college. So that's going to be fun. So I hope everybody just has that amazing day. And then just taking a look at how we're feeling. And is there a checklist of things around our house that we're ignoring? That's all this is today. It's just a reminder. So, thanks again. Take care. And I will see everybody again tomorrow.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. The story